Good morning, children. This is Shivalsa speaking. As we have already started chapter 6, I had given a brief discussion about the introduction of that particular chapter, square and square roots. So, we had a primary idea about how to find the square of a number, square root of a number, and all that. So, I hope you have understood my previous video and the concept of primary idea about square and square roots is cleared. So, here I'm going for the questions which we have to deal with in the previous video I had a discussion on. So here, in the first question is given that we have to find the unit place digit of some numbers, unit digit of a number if I'm squaring of that particular number. So two numbers I'm taking as example, 81 and 272. I'm taking that two numbers, 81 and 272. Children, the very first thing that we have to understand, we have to find the unit digit of the square of this number. The meaning of this word is very important to understand. Unit digit of square of this number means if I want to make square of this particular number, suppose 81 and 81, I don't have to multiply, I don't have to find the product of it, but if I make the product of this same digits number, I mean same digits or same numbers, as I've taken 81 and 81, as I was told to find the square of this number. So obviously it's very easy to understand that you have to multiply 81 and 81. You have to multiply 81 and 81. So here I'm multiplying 81 and 81, means I'm finding the square of this particular number. So if I multiply 81 and 81, so the very first digit will come 1 ones a 1. 1 ones a 1. If you find the product of these two number, the unit digit means the first right digit from right hand side, the first digit will be 1, because 1 ones a 1. Because if you are multiplying 81 and 81, you are supposed to get 1 ones a 1, 8 ones a 8, again 8 ones a 8, 8 eights a 64. So 1 6561 is a product of 81 and 81. So naturally, what am I getting? 6561. So unit digit means the unit place digit is 1. That is what I have written over here, 1. Similarly, if I take 272, so 272 into 272, because I was told to find the square of this number, 272 into 272 will be resulting how much? 272. Find the product of 2 2s are 4, and it will be continued, and finally the unit digit will be 4 only, because the unit place digit of 272 is 2, and same unit place digit of 272 is 2. So if you find the product of these two number, your answer is going to come 4 only. So 2 2s are 4. So in this way, children, we find the unit place digit of a square of a number. Similarly, if I take for an example, I can take one example, 13 square. 13 square is 13 into 13. So unit place digit number will be 9. 3 3s are 9. So I believe, children, this concept is clear to you all. So now, if you want me to give more examples, then I can go for an example, 25. 25 into 25, 5 5s are 25, 5. If you find the product of 5 and 5, unit place digits of 5 and 5, it will be 25. 5 is 25. So 25's one's digit is 5. So you have to write 5 only. Children, I am repeating my word once again. 25 square means 25 into 25. So in that case, if you multiply 25 and 25, 5 5s are 25, 5, 2 will be carried. So this 5 will remain in the place of unit place digit only, unit place number only. It will remain in unit place only. So that's why the unit digit of square of 25 and 25 is 5. So now we are going to talk about something this was the way to get a square of a number, I mean unit place of square of a number. So now we are going to deal with a question number 2. It's told that the square of numbers may end with, it was told that we have to find some numbers were given. Numbers are 1057, 23453, 7928, and 222, 222, 89722, 222000. These were some numbers, and we have to find that whether these numbers are perfect square or not. Obviously, these numbers are not a perfect square. Why these numbers are not perfect square? We have to state the reason over here. We have to state the reasons why these numbers are not perfect square. Okay, all right. So here are the numbers given 1057. There are some rules actually. The very first thing that we have to understand why some numbers are perfect square and why some numbers are not a perfect square. By the way, perfect square means which number can be found square. Square root. Those numbers are called perfect square number. Example, 25. Because 5 5s are 25. Suppose 36. 36 is a perfect square number. Because 6 6 is 36. Suppose 49. 49 is a perfect square number. Because 7 7 is 49. Next, 64. 64 is a perfect square. Because 8 8 is 64. 81. 81 is a perfect square number. Because 9 9 is 81. And 100 is a perfect square number. 10 10 is 100. So these numbers are perfect square number. So these were pretty easier because these numbers are quite small and we know the tables and we can easily find. But what about the numbers which are bigger, pretty bigger value, 3-digit number, 4-digit number, 5-digit number, like that? What we will do in those cases? In that cases, we have to go for some rules. Some rules are there, some laws are there, which laws are to be known actually. So here, the square of a number may end with any one of the digits like 0, 1, 5, 6 or 9. The numbers which are ending with last digit 0, 1, 5, 6, 9, these numbers are possibly these numbers are perfect square number. Possibly these numbers are perfect square number. So here, and which numbers, and obviously one thing to be kept in mind, and the perfect square has even number of zeros at the end of it. Always remember, every perfect square number has even number of zeros at the end. Even numbers of zeros. Suppose 2 zeros, 4 zeros, 6 zeros, 8 zeros, like that. If it has even number of zeros, the possibilities of that number is a perfect square number. So we can consider that number as a perfect square number. So here, like some numbers are 1057. We have to find whether 1057 is a perfect square or not. No, 1057 is not a perfect square because it's ending with 7. The number which are ending with 7 is surely not a perfect square. Next number is 23453. So this number is a perfect square or not? We have to state the reason. This number is not a perfect square as this number is ending with 3. So obviously it's not a perfect square. Next number is 7928. 7928, it's ending with 8, so it's not a perfect square. Next number is 222. Next number is 222222. So here this number is a perfect square note. No, this number is not a perfect square because it's ending with 2. And always remember, any unit digit, for a number, if unit digit is 2, that number cannot be a perfect square at all. That number can never be a perfect square at all. Next is what? 89722. Whether this number is a perfect square or not. No, this number is not a perfect square because this number is ending with 2 and it's not a perfect square. Next is 222000. This number is ending with 3 zeros, odd number of zeros. So this number is not a perfect square. We should always keep in mind, if the last digits, if the last digits of a number is even number of zeros, that number is a perfect square number. That number is a perfect square number. So possibilities are there. It's not necessary. Possibilities are there. So, and which numbers are having odd number of zeros, they can never be a perfect square number. So here this was all about like some stating reasons. So we have to write in a piece of paper, in a classwork copy, of course, which copy you are maintaining for your maths works. So in that copy we have to write these numbers, and we have to state the reasons as well, along with questions and everything. The work should be up to date, because once school will reopen, I'll go for correction of all your copies. All your works will be corrected. So please maintain a copy. Not necessary that you have to use school copy. You can use any copy available at your home. You use a copy, but that copy should be maintained very nicely. Once school reopens, I'll be surely going for the correction of these copies. Okay. So children, like this way we will be dealing with these questions. And next question is, find the smallest number which each of the following numbers must be multiplied to obtain a perfect cube. Okay, we are given a number, suppose 243. This number is not a perfect cube number. It's not a perfect cube. Like as similar as square, there is something called cube. Square root, cube root and all. The square means multiplying, two numbers similar, and we are getting a value. And in case of cube, just like finding the pair of three numbers. Remember, I have explained you in the previous video, finding the square of a number means finding pair of two numbers, and in case of cube, finding three numbers. That is called cube of a number. So 243 is obviously not a perfect cube number. So what is the least number, smallest number to be multiplied in order to find this number perfect cube? This number 243 is not a perfect cube. Okay, and we have to multiply something with this in order to find a perfect cube. So children, this video has got some limitations. I'm giving a hint. First we have to find the pair of three numbers. So if you want to find the pair of three numbers, in order to find, you have to go for prime factorization. I'm giving you the hint. You have to go for prime factorization, and from that you have to find pair. Which number will be least, short or less, that number you have to multiply. Okay, no problem. In the next video, I'll definitely explain you about this. Till then, thank you so much, children. Thank you so much.